It's the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Janelle, celebrity vocal coach right here, and I am a part of Give It Life.
And ratchet,
and real extra ratchet, raunchy.
That'll be everywhere, like.
Other shops is upstairs, but we out here by our house, man. We leave that up to Vito.
You already know. Welcome to the return.
Community podcast on Access with your co-host DAVON Franklin,
Jose Rivera,
and Jamie Sanders. We are here tonight. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody's safe, doing well. Just go right into the news as we're planning with time, as we're short on time. Here we go. iAccessRadio.com. We are on the TuneIn app, Simple Radio app at iAccess Radio, iAccess Radio app on the Apple Store, Facebook at iAccess Radio, Twitter at iAccess Radio, YouTube at iAccess Radio, Twitch at iAccess Radio LLC, Mixcloud at Al Williams, on streaming TV, on the Boxcat, Smart TV, Roku, Fire Stick, and Apple TV on iAccess Broadcast Channel. That's right. Each and every Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, we go live worldwide on the X-Tremitiez ENT podcast on iAccess Radio, where we provide businesses and artists as well as education and lifestyle areas that are important to each and every being on this planet. And then Wednesdays is the educational part, even to start off your weekend on an early way. So how you doing, gentlemen?
Fantastic.
I'm good, man. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. I'm feeling great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so I'll off with the news, and then we'll go into Jamie's health is wealth, and then Davon's pick of the weeks, and then we'll do what we do for the rest of the evening. All right, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
All right, so check this out, guys. Rockaway Beach this year is going to store certain parts of the beach away, meaning there will not be any public access to the beach because of erosion.
Oh, wow.
Every year, beaches go through changes, and people don't understand that pollution is real. And with pollution, a lot of bottles that go into the sea get caught up with, the erosion that goes in naturally, right? So over years, you start having man-made disturbances along with, what happens with nature. And then all that comes together, which makes it toxic, right? Because then there's no filtration system. There is no oxygen going through properly for the fish and the marine life. And people like to go to the beach and have a nice scenery, but then when they see all this stuff that's unsafe, uh, even to walk in knee high, I would not recommend. What do you guys think?
No, I agree. I would agree.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. There's a lot of, a lot of people dumping, and there's a lot of pollutants in the water, so we got to be extra careful, man, vigilant.
All right, that's right. So everybody out in Rockaway, be cognizant of the fact that you can only go to certain parts of the beach and swim. Don't try to go on the rocks and dive, because that will be the part most likely where the erosion is.
Right.
Moving on to money moves, financial news in City Hall. Check this out. Mayor Adams, all right, he wants to give the NYPD raises. And everyone says that it's about time that they're due for their raises because of the pandemic and the budget cuts and the fund police, that they should be given the appropriate pay rate. So Mayor Adams is saying, due to the illegal migrants also hurt the budget with the city of New York with like about $3 billion in the last 5 years. He's calling for a new round of budget cuts to other agencies,
Such as,
but he wants pay raises for the NYPD. So this is where a lot of protests are occurring. And, the commissioner, many law-abiding citizens are saying, yeah, they should get the raises. And in fact, they're now moving forward. If you want to become a police officer, it's going up to 53,000 starting, okay, where it was 42,000. They're introducing that, and also for top pay is at 131,500. Okay, for just regular patrol officers that have been there X amount of time with the raises and all, right? They also want to put the PBT contract from 2.25% and jump it to 4%. So that means that most of the budget is going to policing. And people were saying, because the mayor himself is a former NYPD captain and, deputy inspector and all that, he's going to advocate for the safety of the city, which has been, going through a lot of trauma for the past several years, especially in the subways. So now he's addressing these issues, but he's saying, listen, the state needs to look at us because we're putting our people on the line. And it's time for them to get their due pay, because you're not the ones that's out there 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and then get screamed at when you don't make your numbers. He went on the podium and said it just like that, because he says, we don't want to cut people here, but we're telling other agencies, maybe you should review your budget cuts, because if you want safety, then we can't cut ours.
Well, what's the agencies that he's trying to cut? What's the budgets that he's trying to cut?
Of course, the Board of Ed.
Okay, so fuck the kids. Okay, so okay.
He's looking at that right off the bat because he controls that. Remember?
Okay, so fuck the kids. All right, so okay.
Other agencies that have to do with like community events and all that, they're gonna attack all that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I can't say I don't agree with the pay raises for policing. I mean, it's already been shown that it's actually needed, So, but what's the how much damage? How much damage is it going to cause with the cuts of the agencies?
So the estimate, since the migrant, it's been a loss of the city. So what the mayor is saying, since he's and this is going for a span of 10 years,
Mhm.
it's looking realistic at what other agencies are not benefiting the funding that they're.
Okay.
So like if it's that he's dealing with, like ACS, the Board of Education, housing, um, hospital, and
Yeah.
every one of those,
Yeah.
you
And
know.
and for me, I support the police, and I realize the New York PD they're one of the lowest paid police forces, but with that at the same time, there needs to be a high degree of accountability within the police force. So, when it relates to screening and their performance, and it needs to be a balance. We have to definitely invest in our children. That's our future and our present. So for them to say that they're gonna take away from these other budgets, and he's one of the the individuals that deem this as a sanctuary city, saying, and kind of like open the doors for a lot of migrants. So it's kind of a contradiction, when
Yeah.
it relates to
Yeah.
his concern
Yeah. Great point.
Right.
Great point.
So that's exactly what people are attacking him on. Thank you for saying that.
Great point. Yes.
That's what he's being attacked on, because the point you just made. So we'll follow up later on that. Another news: former President Donald Trump indicted on all charges, pleaded not guilty to all charges in New York City. He was not handcuffed or mugshot due to the respect of the position held in office.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there.
All right.
I'm just gonna stop right there because let me see how I could be politically correct when I say this. No man.
Well, let's say like this: you're not guilty, innocent until proven guilty.
No. Listen, no person is allowed to, before it used to be no man is above the law. No person is allowed above the law, right? I don't care if you're the president of the United States, person, you're still a man. Your ass should have got mugshot. So you're telling me if he did not become president of the United States, he was vice president?
Y'all still not getting it how this is coming off, man. It's coming off more so like this is just basically more or less like to prevent him from running or to knock his influence or whatever you would say. It sounds more politically motivated than anything else. That's how it's coming off. That's how it's coming off, really, because
the way that is presented, I understand everyone.
No. It's not saying he didn't break the law, because it's not saying that he's not to be punished for breaking the law. So you know what I'm saying, but I mean, I'm more politically direct than politically correct. I'm gonna say what it looks more. It looks more like a smear attempt to make sure that he's not eligible to run for president again. You know what I'm saying?
But my point in this whole story on that topic was that I don't care who you are, you're not above the law. At least that's what they teach us. In criminal justice, they teach us, in law school, no man is above the law. So how the hell, because of the position he held, is he not getting fingerprinted or mugshot? I don't care. It's a secret.
That's the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying, because if it was that, then that would have happened.
Yeah, because just be mindful. Just be mindful.
No,
this
but
is
they
not
saying
the
it
first
didn't
time
happen
he's been
because of the position of because of the
because the position, then why? Never mind. Okay.
Well, this is the thing. An indictment is not a guilty charge. These are just, accusations saying that he is potentially liable or he's potentially guilty of these things. Former President Trump has been indicted on numerous occasions. And you're absolutely right. No one should be above the law, but at the same token, we have to preserve some level of sanctity for the position of presidency, because the whole world is looking at us now, and it's like a spectacle. And with these numerous indictments, that there's money, expenditures. There's a lot of money being spent on, bringing this man to court. And I'm not saying that he's not guilty. We don't know. There's still, it's an ongoing case. So we have to see what the outcomes are. But and I agree that no one should be excluded or should stand above the law. But for a situation where he's just indicted, that's kind of like a gray area when it relates to being handcuffed and things like that. I mean, that's just my personal position on it.
Was he being charged with a crime? That's my question. Was he being charged with a crime? Like, is he being processed through?
All right, moving along. Robo taxi company.
What happened?
You guys hear me?
Robo taxi. All right, we hear you. We with you.
All right. So the robo taxi companies seek approval to
So I guess we could go continue off the feed what it was that we was talking until he comes back of just finish what it was that he was saying. My question was is he being charged with a crime? Because if he's being charged with a crime, whereas he's going to have spend jail time or whatever have you not, do they go through the process of fingerprinting you and arresting you? You're under the arrest, and you have to see the judge for the court of law and all that other stuff. Because if not, why charge him? If it's for the sanctity of the presidency, why are you indicting him? Like if that's what it is. But we're gonna take a quick little break, and hopefully he could get his stream back on. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to switch on the channels, gentlemen. So yeah, like you said, Davon, I was listening. Yeah, if it wasn't trumped up charges, then they just seems like it's a witch hunt. But moving on to robo taxi companies seek approval to expand in U.S. They're actually having things like the movie Total Recall. You remember the part when Arnold Schwarzenegger was picked up when he ended up in Mars, and there was a cab that came to him and said, "Hi, I'm Johnny Cab." You remember that? Well, that's what's happening now in Japan and California. People are actually being picked up by these robo cabs and being taken to their destination. Imagine one of those malfunctions or a hacker getting into the main system, and you're in one of those Johnny Cabs. Total Recall?
Right.
All right. Next, there's an Easter egg roll in the White House. The White House is hosting Stories Behind the White House Easter egg roll. It's a part of the White House Historical Association, where every year they have kids come on and there's a special animal or treat that's happened. It's just something that's been going on for like the last 70 something years, where they have like X amount of children come in and join on the lawn and hear stories about special things that happen over the years at the White House. You can check it out, take your family, apply for it, and it's a day for just kids having fun. Speaking about kids, there's a special parade for a kid battling cancer. All of his peers held a special parade for him. His name is Oliver. Being a person that ran the American Cancer Society, I love stories like this because the kid is only 7 years old, but all his peers say he is so funny and he's like the class comedian and he's so smart. The kid takes on his cancer with comedy. He goes to St. Jude's and he gets his treatments and he comes back to school and like he's so full of life and so what they did was the whole community, the kids thought of this idea. The kids said, let's have a parade for Oliver, and they all got together, all these little kids, and convinced them to have a parade for this kid who's battling cancer. So shout out to all those kids out there, Right now,
Jose,
huh?
I just want to jump in on that note when it relates to how he's approaching his challenge of cancer with comedy. Me, also studying the Ayurvedic medicine space. One of my teachers, Mother and Cherry, she shared a story how it actually one gentleman cured himself from cancer through laughter. You know what I mean? So laughter and and that good vibe is definitely very important and very powerful.
Absolutely. Right now, switching up, NYPD rookie cop just got shot in Jamaica, Queens. The commissioner showed up after a male cop was shot in the leg. The cops are on a manhunt in the area searching for what is described as a young African-American male wearing a torn-up jeans with a broken hoodie. He was saw coming out of a building, and I don't know, there's something that happened that the cop ended up getting shot in the leg, and the guy is on the run right now. Switching over to the other side on the Long Island Expressway, a father was killed on a crash in Long Island. A box truck driver was arrested due to suspended license for missing a court appearance. They don't know what it was for, but he's facing misdemeanor charges only. So this is one of the things that people have been upset about when people get killed in car accidents. How could somebody have a suspended license and still driving, working, still driving, and only get misdemeanor? They're supposed to get a felony for that. You took the life of somebody with a suspended license, not with a license permit, not with a person without a license. Suspended license, meaning you did something to lose the privilege to drive, and you took the life of somebody. Now a family is suffering, a wife, the children, they're all going through it, and our prayers go out to them. Switching over, a mail carrier. You know how these mail carriers only make like pennies to the dollar, right? When they're on foot. So check out what happened to this guy, man. Poor guy. He's about 50-something years old. He was attacked by 2 turkeys in New Jersey.
I don't mean to laugh, but
No, it's comic, bro. Because the guy says he was walking, and this lady was sitting on her porch, rocking her chair, waiting for her mail. And then he says these 2 turkeys were just sitting there, and they looked at each other, then looked at him, and gobbled at each other and attacked him, ran at him and attacked him. Over, he broke his hip. He's on workman's comp. He's walking with a walker. The lady was telling this tale. She says her side of the story was they looked at him, they talked to each other, they attacked him, and they jumped him. And she says they were so aggressive.
You'd be surprised, man. That should remind me of the ducks down in Virginia Beach where I used to live at, and how they used to run up to you and be like, "Oh, wait a minute." Okay, so yeah, that's funny. But,
so I guess it's safe to say that they didn't use the airmail.
Right. Right.
All right, there's a new marketing campaign in the Jersey Shore, putting stickers on car windows, posting jobs. They're gearing it towards college and teens because they're saying there's lack of employment. Right. No, not lack of employment. There's too much employment, lack of employees. They're saying that the kids rather work part-time jobs, which now they're posting because they don't want to miss out on summer, working 8-hour gigs and be miserable while they're seeing everybody else is having fun. So the usual jobs that are usually on the boardwalks and all that are like suffering because they have no kids or anybody that wants to work. Everybody just wants to have fun and be on social media. So they rather just have fun than work. So that's the type of summer and kids that are growing up now. All right, we're gonna switch over right quick to the sports. In the NBA, the Nets are at the Pistons at 7:00. The Knicks at the Pacers. The Wizards at the Hawks. The Bulls at the Bucks. The Raptors at the Celtics, and the Grizzlies at the Pelicans. And of course, we got the Kings at the Mavericks and the Lakers at the Clippers. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We see who's going to get into the playoffs and see who's going to take it and get the rings. In the Major League Baseball side, you got the Guardians who were beating the Athletics. The Los Angeles Angels were beating Seattle, and Toronto is set to play Kansas City. And tomorrow's game is going to be postponed. That's right, because there's due storms tomorrow. And since we're talking about storms, the weather right now is 48. It was 48 earlier. It's 56 right now. It's 70% chance of rain. It's the reason why I wanted to drive down there, because coming back it was going to be crazy, as DAVON and I spoke earlier. Tomorrow's going to be 53, a high of 80. That's right, you heard right. Tomorrow's going to be a high of 80 degrees, but still 70% chance of rain. And then Friday is going to be a low of 42, a high of 60, cloudy. Saturday is going to be 40, high of 53, cloudy. Sunday, 39, 56, sunny. That's right. You heard right. Easter Sunday is going to be a high of 56 to 60 degrees, sunny. So be cognizant, dress nice, throw on your gear that makes you feel good and look right, like you just came out of church, like you do each and every Sunday, guys. You know, wear them shoes that shine up. I like wearing my crocodiles, throwing on my slacks and looking like $1 million once a year. That's right. I resurrect like Jesus did. That's right. I look good. You know, you ain't got to like me, but you're going to love me because I love you. And moving on, Monday is going to be a low 38, a high 60. Sunny. Tuesday, low 43, high 70. Partly cloudy. And next Wednesday, 48, 75, sunny. We'll be at the station over there and, talking about this great summer feeling that you get. Remember, there's seasonal dysfunction disorder. Pay attention to people out there that, may seem like they're always depressed and then all of a sudden start feeling happy because they have mood swings. And this is the time of the year where people start thinking negative thoughts. So give them a phone call. Make sure everybody's okay. I want to say a big shout out to my co-hosts, DAVON Franklin and Jamie Sanders, for always doing that, because we always care and look out for each other. Either way, we stay in contact, and that's what it is all about. Mental health, good mind, body, and soul. And that is all the politics, news, criminal justice, sports, and weather. On behalf of Jose Rivera on the X-Tremitiez ENT podcast, we're going to take a quick short commercial break. One song, come back with Jamie Sanders. I almost did what he did last week.
That's a payback. I got you. That's payback. I got you.
Jamie Sanders and his health is wealth. Only in the X-Tremitiez ENT podcast on our Access Radio with DAVON Franklin,
Jose Rivera,
and Jamie Sanders.
Got it, baby.
Yo, what up, Dave? How you doing, man? It's Potato Head, people. Yeah, sorry about the way on the beat. I guess we were smoking too much weed.
I'm offline, but I'm on course. Lawn mowing through the grass with the condors. Imitation isn't good for the art form. That's why I got sucker ass rappers on my dartboard. Used to being on tours with the encores. Off time did graffiti with the hardcores. No matter what, love is still the regimen. Thug to get you Benjamins, drugs to get you sentences. That's why my messages plug into the sentences. I'm trying to spread knowledge, I'm down to play the nemesis. I face my problems, I don't Facebook them. Letting go of my fears, I guess fate took them. Heights and views, the mics I choose. Why would people say they sold for some likes and views? Thoughts deeper than the ocean in the Mariana. I get deeper than the soldiers of the terracotta. Disconnected, I smash modems and travel more. My news feed see more bull than a matador. Just don't pay attention, no mind and zero mentions. Whatever happened to artists who in their own dimensions? I think I'm going offline. No offense, but if I cancel accounts, I'll spend time with the people to count. I think I'm going offline. Social media's a waste of time. Rather be present in the moment when I make it mine. Right. Call a friend instead of text a brother. He said he tried to harder back, but then we miss each other. Only get to see some family on rare occasions. So when we do, it's a cause for a celebration. Music is medication, my form of meditation. We use art and dance to reach an elevation. Yo, I've been hella patient, waiting, accelerating, hurry up and slow down. Another revelation. If you bring the truth in, then rap is revolution. But if you ain't saying shit, well then it's just pollution. I got a good solution, seeing through all illusions. Think of my own decisions and make my own conclusions. So if you following, it feel kinda hollow, fam. Pretty soon we'll probably only hang out as holograms. Everything you have can leave in an instant, man. Life's a lot bigger than our pictures up on Instagram. I think I'm going offline. No offense, but if I cancel accounts, I'll spend time with the people that count. I think I'm going offline. Social media is a waste of time. Rather be present in the moment when I make it mine.
Welcome back to the X-Tremitiez ENT podcast with Davon Franklin. And
RIVERA.
Jamie. All right, now it's that great segment where everybody wants to know what do you do and how you live a good long life. Let it be known with the great one himself, Mr. Jamie Sanders, and health is wealth.
Listen, greatness only complements greatness, you know what I'm saying? And it's just an honor to lockstep with great brothers like yourself, you know what I'm saying? I'm forever humbled and filled with gratitude. Appreciate you both, you know? Also we appreciate our audience and our listeners, because without you, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't be here. So again, just filled with gratitude and appreciation. And before we, roll into this, we want to just put our little disclaimer out that this information being provided is not medical advice. It's for informational purposes only. These are jewels that you could potentially apply to your life, and hopefully they will be helpful to you on your journey to wellness, healing, and growth. Okay, let's roll into this thing here. Now Jose had mentioned one thing in his reports, and he spoke about the weather and the variance in the different, not only the temperatures and in the different degrees of weather, but also the air quality. These are things that we have to be mindful of because it affects, our breathing, and our respiratory system and things like that. So we got to be definitely mindful, make sure we're being vigilant about our health and, doing our little two-step to make sure that we offset, some of these things that we're being presented with, and on that note, I wanted to talk about, what I wanted to really do is just drop a little jewel, something that could be helpful to you when it relates to help you with, cleansing out your lungs, and then also, helping you with your, helping the respiratory system, overall, and what we put together is a little remedy, that would be helpful, we're going to kind of roll through a list of ingredients, again, being mindful of time, run a little bit behind, so we're going to jump right into this. All right, here we go, as Davon would say, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right, now we're gonna you might want to take out your pen and pencil. We're gonna I'm gonna roll through some items that you can put together, to put together something that you can take before bed that would if you take it before you go to sleep, you'll wake up feeling much better, like $1 million, and that's from my own personal experience. All right. First, we want to start off with whenever you first of all, whenever you boil, you're putting together any type of infusion, mixtures when it relates to putting things on heat, you want to make sure that you use either a glass container, a glass pot, or stainless steel pot, copper pot, things like that, that are not going to be toxic to you. So one of the we're going to start off with the water. Of course, we want to start off with at least a cup and a half of water to 1 liter of water. All right, you're going to put that on a very low heat. All right, and you're going to let that kind of just come into a little simmer, let that kind of rock by itself. And then as that's simmering, as that water is heating, you're going to take some bay leaves. Bay leaves are very beneficial. They have a lot of benefits to the body. So you want to take approximately 6 to 8 bay leaves, drop them in your water. Bay leaves, very helpful with things like coughing and things like that. And then, so bay leaves is the first ingredient. The next ingredient is cloves. Cloves are, something that, just like bay leaves, most of us have in our kitchen. Those are the little things that kind of look like acorns. A lot of people put them in their ham for Thanksgiving. Matter of fact, these are cloves. Let me, if you can see that, you know what I mean. These are cloves. You know what I mean. So that's very powerful, beneficial in a lot of different ways, not just to the respiratory system and to the lungs, but they assist in hair growth and a lot of other things that are that are a benefit to the body. Right. After the third ingredient is going to be cinnamon. So we want to take 1 cinnamon stick, drop it into the simmering or the heated water, along with the other items. And if you don't have cinnamon stick, you can use powdered cinnamon as an alternative. Maybe approximately 2 spoonfuls of cinnamon. But if you have cinnamon stick, you can just drop the cinnamon stick in there, and you'll be good to go with that. So we have bay leaves, we have cloves, we have cinnamon. The next ingredient is ginger. So you want to take a nice sizable amount of ginger. I say about let me get my thumb up ahead, like boom, 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 right there, right? What I'm saying? Somewhere around that size, a piece of ginger. You want to skin the ginger, and you want to grate it down into the heated preparation, right, along with the other items. Right. The next item, which is number 6, is a white onion. Like a medium onion. If you don't have white, you can use red onions. But
sorry, Jamie, it's number 5. I'm writing everything you're saying down as number 5 because I'm gonna do this myself.
Okay, so we have all right. Well, excuse me. The water is the first. Don't forget the water. The water is that's the well of life, baby. That's the first item.
Right. Okay, you're right.
But you definitely, when it relates to the ingredients that are added to the water, that would be the 5th item. You know what I'm saying? But if you include the water, that would be item 6. So
right.
you want to take a white medium onion, chop it up, drop it into the water, along with the other items. The next item you want to put in there is which would be number 6 or 7. You want to put 3 garlic cloves. 3 garlic cloves. Peel your garlic, dice it up a little bit, drop it into the concoction, into the infusion. You let that all rock together. And then you want to take a half a lemon, you peel the lemon, slice it up, you drop the lemon into the water as well. Let that marinate with the rest of the items that you put in there. All right. And then, something else which is very powerful, turmeric. You want to take, a nice, if you could get fresh turmeric, I use fresh turmeric all the time. I always stock up on it. I tend to, get it and I kind of pre-process it, put it in the freezer. But I always have fresh turmeric that I can put into use for teas and things like that as well. And I also use it in my smoothies. If any of you know anything about turmeric, it has a vast, array of different benefits to the body. So turmeric would be item number 9. And then the next item would be orange peels. So, you take the, not the meat, not the pulp of the orange, but, you wash your orange off with, apple cider vinegar or sea salt, and lemon juice, just to get any pesticides, anything like that off. You peel, take the peel and you take the zest, and if use, a lot of people just grate the zest, but you can actually just drop the peel in there, so that's the next ingredient. After the orange peel, what you want to do is you want to take peppercorns, pepper. A lot of people are used to seeing it, grate it up, grind it up, and they use it in their food. But in a lot of Caribbean dishes, you'll see, the little peppercorns. So, you take like a nice spoonful of peppercorns, you put that into the mixture, and that, of course, it boosts the power of the turmeric, in the overall,
Ooh. Ooh.
I just want to make sure everything is clear. You guys you guys with me?
Now you have to repeat the last bit. You kind of blanked out.
Peppercorn?
Right after
Yes,
peppercorn.
peppercorns. Okay, well, that's where I stopped. I stopped at the peppercorns because actually the peppercorns would be the last ingredient when it relates to, the items outside of the water. You want to, cover that, let that steam, you remove it from the heat, what I'm saying, after you have all the ingredients in there, you leave it on the stove, you turn the heat off, and you let it, some people call it steam, some people call it steeping, but the whole concept is you want to cover it so that, the steam can kind of marinate, and then it can extract the nutrients and the benefit from all the items that you put into the tea, so, and you want to let that sit for approximately 15 minutes, so that way, it's as potent as possible. And like I said, you want to use 1.5 to 1 liter of water, and depending on how much water you put in, or you start with, I should say, is going to kind of determine how potent it is, but like I said, regardless of anything, it will have a lot of benefits for you. All right.
Now listen,
yes.
You took me back to my childhood, right? And I remember when Mom used to use exactly all this stuff, and I used to always sit and watch her, wonder what the hell she was doing this, right? Because I grew up, in a cultural house, Santeria, you know what I'm saying, statues and all that. So
absolutely.
I would always think would be something that she would make for like the saints or whatever. Everything you just mentioned, that we would drink it, and this is exactly what she was doing. She was healing us, spiritually.
Absolutely,
spiritual
absolutely.
Healing, which is everything. I was like, holy shit, this is what Mom used to do.
That's dope.
Well, I say Mother Earth is a she's amazing. Nature's amazing. And that's always my go-to. Even I surprise people. I tell people, I don't take even aspirin. Everything I take is natural. I don't get sick. I don't get colds. And people, even my doctor asks me, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm just living life. But but let me just run through the items again. We started off, of course, with the water. Then we mentioned bay leaves. In addition to bay leaves, we have cloves. We have the cinnamon. We have the ginger. We have the white onion or purple onion or red onion, some people call it, if you prefer to use that, or if that's all you have. And then we have, yes, like medium size, like average size, not one of the big Spanish onions, but like one of the little, yeah.
Like a little fish.
Right, correct. In addition to the onion, you want to drop in that garlic, like I said, like approximately 3 cloves. You want to put in the lemon, that peeled lemon. Lemon has a lot of benefits as well. Also is very high in vitamin C. Most people don't realize how high, the vitamin C content is in lemons, but it's very beneficial. And also, it helps alkaline the body. Even though it's considered acidic, when it gets into the body, it goes through a chemical process, and it helps turns into a alkaline state. To bring a lot of benefit to the body. And then after the lemon, we have the turmeric, we have the orange peel, and then we have the black peppers. And then, like I said, we want to let that steam, let it marinate, let it steep for, approximately 15 minutes after you take it off the heat, because after you add all the items, because you just be mindful that, this preparation is being heated throughout the whole as you're adding the items. So you don't want to cook the the ingredients. You want to just extract the benefit of the ingredients. So and in addition to and this is a very powerful lung cleanser. A lot of people that smoke, a lot of people don't know we accumulate a lot of mucus in our lungs, in other parts of our body, which creates a lot of disease. Really attracts free radicals, really holds that bacteria in. So we want to get that out of our body. We want to clear our lungs, and then in addition to helping out just really clear the lungs, when it relates to the mucus, it also helps reduce inflammation. And helps address respiratory issues overall. So very, very, very powerful mixture, a tea that, like I said, you want to take this before you retire at night. So that way, when you rise in the morning, you're feeling free, you're breathing good, and just on that same note of breathing, most people don't even realize that majority of us don't breathe correctly. So we don't get enough oxygen in our blood. It's very important to oxygenate our blood in the rest of our body. When we breathe, we should be breathing from our abdomen, then into our lungs. And then if you're into yoga, there's something called your lower lungs, that's a whole nother conversation. But you want to take that deep breath into your abdomen, fill up your lungs. Make sure you get those full deep breaths. It's very, very important. And then there's other items that some people like to add. Elderberry is also very, very beneficial. Limes are also very beneficial. Limes are also very high in vitamin C. And then depending on your preference, some people may want to add honey. Honey has a lot of benefits as well. But some people, they suffer from diabetes and things like that. So,
right, Jamie?
So, I'm sorry. What's that?
Honey over sugar.
Honey over sugar all the time, every day. And you want to get organic honey. You don't want to, because they put sometimes a lot of sugar in a lot of these honeys on the, over the counter, these things that you find in the on the shelf. So if you can find, I would say go into the organic aisle, get you some, organic, unprocessed honey. That's the good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I got y'all with the honey.
So and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just really wanted to share that. And this is actually, there's shortcuts. This is a tonic. It's a lung cleanser, and you can, I don't know if you can see the ingredients. But I'll read some of the ingredients. Some of the ingredients is rosemary, honey, witch hazel, fenugreek, black cumin, Solomon seal, Asian ginseng, marshmallow, sage, juniper, chamomile, cloves, spearmint, cinnamon, thyme, and of course purified water. But again, if in addition to, they mentioned spearmint, but also peppermint is really good with helping really help you open up the passages so that you can breathe. But this is a nice tonic, that you can pick up, if you can, like I said, it has a lot of benefits, so and and you want to take things that are natural. This is like a let me see, this is like a lozenge that I use, and it's a black seed lozenge, and it has moringa in it. So this is something I pick up from the naturopathic store, and this is things that you want to use as an alternative to candy and stuff like that. Very healthy, very good, and it just tastes phenomenal. It tastes delicious. So and then of course, with that tea, you want to make sure you drink at least 2 cups of water, to follow that up, to help irrigate the body, before you retire at night. I put lemon juice, and even though this is alkaline, alkaline water, a lot of people are familiar with the brand. I also put lemon and baking soda, which has baking soda in itself has a lot of benefits, offsets cancers and things like that. So this is just an awesome little combination that you want to just, in repertoire that you want to pick up on. It will be very helpful. And I hope that, the information that I shared would be a jewel and a benefit to your life and to your journey as you get closer to health. And, as always, if I can help out in any way, provide insight, I'm always here with the family. And again, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Ashe.
All right. This is, just in case everybody's wondering, I just got a couple of texts. This is the Extremities ENT talk show. This is not the Love and Lust show behind enemy lines. That's on Saturdays. This is Jamie's Health is Wealth. Davon Franklin, Jose Rivera. We come every Wednesday. We show nothing but love to each and every show. So thank you for the love and support. Jamie, just to reiterate what we're talking about. You said a few things there that gets imported into the United States. Now, Davon, I broke this story about a month and a half ago when I spoke about the Russia, China influencing other countries like Brazil and Mexico to join their new currency. Now, we import a lot of the ingredients you mentioned were for like Asia and all that. So what happens? What would you think is going to be the need for us here at home to do if, shout out to Warbucks, my brother. What is it? What precautions do we take? What do you think precautions we need to take if we can't get these ingredients because of what's about that?
Well, this is the deal. This is the deal. I mean, like you said, some are are domestic, and some are come from abroad. But majority of these items, people be surprised what it grows right here within the United States. I have a lot of people that own land, and a lot of things grow wild. So we have everything. And to be honest with you, so I would say, don't worry, but if you get additional ingredients, what I'm saying, you should, try to be proactive in this, because most of these ingredients, they have a long shelf life. So, if you can just kind of get this as a, preemptive preparation, for, just in case we are not able to get access, I would definitely recommend that, but we never know what's around the next corner when it relates to availability of certain imports. So, definitely it's a very concern, Jose. But we have enough right here on the land. So I would say to the people, you shouldn't be worried.
All right. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Each and every week, Health is Wealth with Jamie, giving you the great things about how to have good long lungs, especially for all people that smoke. Davon, I know you and I be around people that we go to events, right? And we see these people that sound like they could benefit from this tea, right? Because, they go around the corner, they smoke, and then you hear when they smoke, you hear their lungs are clogged. Right? And then we look at each other, we're like, wow, that's either some good stuff or he's really, really got a messed up system,
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Jamie, for that great insight. And I'm actually, after the show today, I'm actually going to go to Walmart and get a few of these things because, like I said, you took me back to my childhood. And this is how Mom used to keep us all out of the doctor's office. So thank you.
I can dig it.
You're welcome, my brother. You're welcome, my brother.
Break with Jamie Sanders, Davon Franklin, and Jose Rivera, as we are the Extremities ENT podcast team on our Access Radio. Each and every Wednesday, you could catch Davon Franklin,
Jose Rivera,
and Jamie Sanders. All right, quick short commercial break, and we're coming back with Davon's Pick of the Week.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
I walked 1,000 miles. see it now. Big Benz moving through the crowd like it's traffic. A nigga step on these, they gon' get their ass kicked. I'm blasted, Bill Blast spit acid, dinosaur shit, Jurassic. Whether cash or the plastic, stash or the mattress, 7 of us, holy bastard. These streets I mastered, have my name plastered all over city streets. Cause of my rap shit, I'm a Mac bitch. I can hug you, love you, thug you, rock with you, pop with you. Soon as you start that trash shit, I might disappear on you, but reappear like it's magic. I ain't your average. If I want something, I can have it. I'm playing low key, I'm so lavish. I see the paper in the air, I just grab it. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally. Yeah, love me unconditionally. That shit ain't about nothing. We just out stunting. I'm on the route hunting, just having fun, bugging, blunted. People calling, we coming. I hit you back, another incoming. I've been buzzing, you look stunning. Play the dozens with my buzzins. No boo hugging, crew thugging. Who you loving? Who you wanna be hugging? Car stopping, bar hopping, been popping. You love it, love to see us. Others wanna be us. Used to only see my nigga on the re-up. 60-40, we up. Get my G's up, big up my B's up. Seize up to fight and unite. Freeze us, I'm God's son like Jesus. Prestigious, Bill Blast. US2G, us together. US2G, we us. Come on. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally. Love me unconditionally.
Listen, girl, every time I think I have a Love Jones, there's always something wrong. Shucks, dog.
That's real. I appreciate it, King. Thank you.
That was hard. Nigga said you gonna make it, man.
That's it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the X-Tremitiez ENT show on iAccess Radio. I'm Davon Franklin with Jose Rivera and Jamie Sanders, and we're going to get into our music picks of the week. We're going to start these selections off right now by way of Platinum Delivery, Shalise Renee, and Freedom. The song is called The Way. It's the very first single from their highly anticipated album, The Soul Sessions 2, available everywhere. Good Friday, April 7th. So without further ado, this is Shalise Renee and Freedom, The Way. Hey.
I came to clap my hands. I came to clap my hands. I came to lift my voice. I came to lift my voice. To declare and proclaim. To declare and proclaim that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. I came to clap my hands. I came to clap my hands. I came to lift my voice. I came to lift my voice. To declare and proclaim. To declare and proclaim that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through His Son, Jesus. No one can come to the Father except through his son, Jesus. Oh, I came to clap my hands. I came to clap my hands. I came to lift my voice. I came to lift my voice. Declare and proclaim. To declare and proclaim that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. I came to clap my hands. I came to clap my hands. I came to lift my voice. I came to lift my voice. To declare and proclaim. To declare and proclaim. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Say no one can come to the Father, no, except through his Son, Jesus. Oh, no one can come to the Father except through his Son, Jesus. There's no other way, no other way. No one can come to the Father, no one, except through his Son, Jesus. It's gotta be through Jesus. Say no one can come to the Father. Gotta be, yeah. Son, Jesus. Oh, I came to clap my hands. I came to clap my hands. I came to lift my voice. I came to lift my voice. To declare and proclaim. To declare and proclaim that Jesus is the way, the truth, and your voice. Lift your voice and declare it. Lift your voice and proclaim it. Lift your voice and shout it. Jesus is the way. He is the only way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is the only way. He is the only way. Everybody say, Jesus is the only way. He is the only way. In him you will have Yeshua. Oh, Yeshua. And freedom. He is the only way. Say Jesus. Jesus is the only way. He is the only way. Say Jesus. Jesus is the only way. He is the only way. In him you will have only in him, only in him. And freedom. Oh. He is the only way. Jesus. Jesus is the only way. He is the only way. I came to proclaim it. Jesus is the only way. I came to declare it. If you need salvation, He is the only way. For your healing, it's in His name. Oh, Jesus. Jesus is the only way. He is the only way. If you need joy, He is the only way. Deliver us. Jesus is the only way. He is the only way. It's only in Jesus. Jesus is the only way. It's only in Jesus. In Him you will have. It's only in Jesus. He is the only way.
Surprise! Yes, we do gospel too on these parts. That was Shalice Renee and Freedom, The Way, on an X-Tremitiez ENT show on IXS Radio. The next record we're going to get into is a record that we debuted a couple of months ago. It's Frank McComb featuring Walter Williams. The song is called Learn How to Love. Let's go.
We could be out somewhere with all of our friends. You pretend I'm not there, but make sure that I pay the bill. Ain't it funny how you remember my presence then? Living in this big house, bills have to be paid. You pretend you don't live here in this house with these bills we made. Now I'm being badgered by collectors, while in Hermes and Louis Vuitton you stay. hate to say that loving you ain't so easy. No, no, 'cause you expect too much out of love. Loving you ain't so easy. No, 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 you need to learn how to love. Oh yeah. Oh, lying in my bed at night, so hard to get into you now, baby. 'Cause in the back of my mind, I know the evil you're out doing. You're giving good love to me, baby. Giving yourself to me and somebody else too. Oh, did you think I didn't know? No. You're always finding something negative to say, baby, about everything I do every single day. Things would be much easier for me if we went our separate ways. Separate ways. I hate to say it, but loving you ain't easy, baby. Loving you expect too much. Way too much. Loving you ain't so easy, girl. You need to learn how to love, learn how to love. To do it, baby. You expect way too much, baby. You don't make it easy enough for me, baby. And I need you to learn. I need you to love me. Loving you ain't so easy. You need to learn how to love. Yeah. Learn to love. Learn to love. Loving you ain't so easy. I'm getting tired of spending all my time wasting my time on you. Ain't got no more to give. You want too much, baby, and I'm trying to live. Loving you ain't so easy. You need to learn how to love. Learn how to love.
Yes, sir. Frank McComb and Walter Williams, Learn How to Love. You know what? That put me in the mood for that Stokely and Snoop Dogg Verbalize right here. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was feeling that record. So if we could get to that right now on Extremities ENT show, iAccess Radio, Verbalize by Stokely featuring Snoop Dogg.
You know, baby, I can't understand why you can't express what's on that big, beautiful brain of yours. Check it out. You know what? I need you to verbalize, my baby.
I know you got a lot of buttons. Sometimes I just don't know which ones to push. Been said ladies are like an oven, so it may take a little longer than could. A man just wants to get to eating. See, all he needs is just a sprinkle of seasoning. And what we talking about for drinking? The right amount of fat around the meat, let's go. What can I do to make it faster? So that I understand the pain in you. I ain't got that kind of apparatus that makes everything I'm looking at see-through. Throwing clues way up my range won't make it better. All these games will just delay us and upset us. Spell it out for me. Oh, you know I just can't read your mind. Why you mad? Use your words. You see how hard I'm trying. So why this game of Jeopardy tonight? Baby, just verbalize. I'll take what's on this mind of yours. from 1,000 stacks. I bet on that. You need to make it clear for sure. Now this game I've kept early tonight. Baby, verbalize my baby. Yeah, you cut me on the low level. You say you're good, but you're really boiling inside. I'm still coming through with positive vibes, though. But you always find a way to say you're dissatisfied. Sometimes you speak another language. Oh, yeah, it's English, but still foreign to me. Forever going through the same shit. To say I should know gives me no clarity. Let's go. What can I do to make it faster? So that I understand the pain in you. I ain't got that kind of apparatus that makes everything I'm looking at easy. Throwing clues, but like my range won't make it better. All these games will just delay us and upset us. Spell it out for me. I just can't read your mind. Why you mad? Use your words. You see how hard I'm trying to ride this game of Jeopardy tonight. Baby, just verbalize. I'll put what's on this mind of yours. From 1,000 stacks, I bet on that. You need to make it clear for sure. Why this game of Jeopardy tonight? Sweet baby, just verbalize. Do you remember? You see, I can recall when we used to have an issue, we would take our time. If I took a fall, you had such patience, you were gracious, baby, we had a ball. So can we get involved in that again? No. You just can't read your mind. Can't read it. Why you mad? Use your words. Use them. How I'm trying to ride this game of Jeopardy tonight. All this game, baby, just verbalize. I'm looking for this mind of yours. For 1,000 stacks, I bet on that. You need to make it clear for sure. Why this game of Jeopardy tonight? What you gonna say?
You gotta say what's on your mind. I can't read your mind. You gotta say it. Look, talk to me. I talk back. You gonna say what you gonna say? What? Look, man. Like I said, talk to me. I talk back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Stokely featuring Snoop Dogg, verbalized on Extremities ENT show, IXS Radio. Yeah, you know, we're gonna get into this record that we debuted a few months back also. The legendary Chris Jasper. The song's called It Started With a Kiss, right here on Extremities ENT show on IXS Radio. Let's go.
It started with a kiss, and I fell in love, and it led to this. I can't get enough. It started with a kiss, and that's all it takes, and it led to this. I found my lovely. I will never forget the day I saw you. You were everything I wanted. Then I began to know you better. I could be with you forever. And then we kept getting closer. Goodbyes till the night grew older. A really good thing had started, and kissed just before we parted. I love every little thing about you. There ain't never gonna be a day I spend without you. It started with a kiss, and I fell in love, and it led to this. Oh, I can't get enough. It started with a kiss, and that's all it takes, and it led to this. I found my love mate. I never wanna be without you. I wanna build my world around you. Never will you be alone. I'll give you everything I own. I need to know that you believe that our love is strong. Greater love that I could foresee. That's why we've been alone for so long. I love every little thing there is about you. There ain't never gonna be a day I spend without you. It started with a kiss, and I fell in love, and it led to this. I just can't get enough. It started with a kiss. Well, that's all it takes, and it led to this. I found my love, baby. It started with a kiss. Ooh, girl, I fell in love, and it led to this. That's why I can't get enough. It started with a kiss. Ooh, girl, now that's all it takes, and it led to this. I found my love, babe. It started with a kiss. Ooh, girl, I fell in love, and it led to this. I just can't get enough. It started with a kiss. Well, that's all it takes, and it led to this. I found my love, babe. It started with a kiss. And it led to this. It started with a kiss. And it led to this.
Yes, sir. Started with a kiss by Chris Jasper on Extremities ENT show on IXS Radio. We're gonna get into a little, upper tempo record right here. One of my favorite joints right now. Miss Angel Christina's on the song's called "Don't Mind Me" on Extremities ENT show on IXS Radio. Let's go.
Different things that'll go through my thoughts at one time. Randomly blur out one thing, I'm about to lose my mind. Sometimes I think I might be, I wonder a lot. I wonder if he like me. Is my outfit popping? I need to go shopping. Visa card swiping. 50 different texts being sent in 10 different directions. My BFF got the T on my man and he need correction. What's up with my connection? Bye-bye. This can't be my life, I can't connect to Wi-Fi. Talking to myself is selfish. I wasn't talking to you, I was thinking out loud. I do that sometimes, don't mind me. I said I wasn't talking to you, I was thinking out loud. I do that sometimes, don't mind me, no. You're always on my mind, but a day will go by before I reply. Don't know why, but please don't blame my heart. Blame it on my mind. Cause I typed a message in, but I didn't hit send. My a terrible friend, that's rhetorical. You're adorable, so please don't be alone. You notice that I'm all alone. Conversation going on. I promise ain't nothing wrong with me. I was talking to my best, talking to myself. Oh, sometimes it's not. I wasn't talking to you, I was thinking out loud. I do that sometimes. Don't mind it, baby. I said I wasn't talking, oh yeah. I do that sometimes. Don't mind me. I said I wasn't talking to you, I was thinking out loud. I do that sometimes. Don't mind me, no.
sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Angel Christina, Don't Mind Me on the Trinity and Show. Next song we're going to get into is this joint that I like right here. It's strictly for the steppers. Babe Bright, just a little bit. It's a 5 record right here. So yeah, Babe Bright, just a little bit on the Extremities ENT Show, iAccess Radio.
Yeah. 2-step for the steppers. 2-step for the steppers. Ooh, ooh, oh yeah, yeah.
Babe Bright.
There's something about the way you are that really drives me crazy, baby. You're a star, my diamond girl, my Lucy Pearl. Your good love got me tripping for you every day, girl. All I want is your love, baby, come on. Get a little closer, let me hold you in my arms, girl. Lay here a while, baby, get cozy. Come and get closer, get a little toasty inside of this warm embrace, girl. Just a little bit, just a little bit, baby. Just a little bit, just a little bit, girl. A little bit of your love, girl, on me. Just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. You know, a bit of your love is on me, girl. I'm so glad you're in my life. You're my homie, lover, friend, and you're my wife. My ride or die, apple of my eye. You know when I'm with you, girl, your love is never too much. All I want is your love, baby, come on. Get a little closer, let me hold you in my arms, girl. Lay here a while, baby, get cozy. Come and get closer, get a little toasty. Let me make love to you, girl. I want you all night long. Just a little bit, just a little bit, baby. Just a little bit, just a little bit, girl. A little bit of your love, girl, on me. Just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. You know, a bit of your love is on me. Break it down. Just a little bit. Just that I love you, girl. Just a little bit, just a little bit, baby. Just a little bit, just a little bit, girl. A little bit of your love, girl, on me. Just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. You know, a bit of your love is on me, girl.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. That's just a little bit by Babe Bright. Yeah, man, we boogie around here, man. Feeling lovely, feeling light around. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to slow it down a little bit, you know what I'm saying, with the young lady Cherie featuring D Smoke. Song's entitled Candlelight. We're going to get into that joint right now on Extremities ENT Show, iAccess Radio. Let's go.
You got my mind. Call me baby one more time. It's something like a medicine. You're just my type. You got me right where you want me. Right where you want me. It's not that I don't want you. It's just that I don't need you. If it's temporary, I'm all over for everything. It took one conversation and the whole world's spinning out, and we gon' get it right. Under the candlelight, oh babe, even if there's nothing to do, I just wanna be next to you. I just wanna be next to you. Oh, hey, hey, that is it. Your love always keeps me in the mood. I just wanna be next to you. I just wanna be next to you. You stole my heart, signed your name on every part. Graffiti artist with a metal can. I should have you arrested, criminal. But no permission, you picked up on my subliminals and made a move like you were supposed to do. Now it's me and you, it's me and you. Still not quite sure what brought you here, but boy, now that I got you, I'm gonna make you need me. You better believe me. You hear me? It took one conversation and the whole world spinning now, and we about to get it right under the candlelight. Oh, baby, even if there's nothing to do, I just wanna be next to you. I just wanna be next to you. Oh, that is that time always keeps me in the mood. I just wanna be next to you. I just wanna be next to you.
So, hey, once upon a time in this cold world, a nigga fell in love with this cold girl. Well, looking for the one I was smooth like pearl. Nowadays I beat that drum like the blue crew. Listen, once upon a time under full moon, cows were mooing, I was dog with the wolf. Now I'm lying, but they kinda tell the truth. And it's all because I got right next to you. Once upon a time in this cold world, nigga fell in love with this cold girl. Looking for the one I was smooth like pearl. Nowadays I beat that drum like the blue crew. Once upon a time under full moon, cows were mooing, I was dog with the wolf. Now I'm lying, but they kinda tell the truth.
Yes, sir. That's Reed, keeping Big Smoke, Candlelight on the X-Tremitiez ENT show. By the way, starting Monday, if you want to hear any of these records on the playlist, it be on between 4 and 7 p.m. on the X-Tremitiez radio playlist on Mondays, I believe. Okay, so the next record that we are going to get into is we're gonna play Michelle Young, Sweetness. Pretty good record. X-Tremitiez ENT, iAccess Radio. Let's go.
You're my vitamin C, daily dose of you. Got my heart immune to no one else but you. You're my vitamin C, a daily dose of you. Got my heart immune to no one else but you. No one else can compete. Your sweetness is my weakness. Pure cane sugar, what's the weather? You just do it for me. All of it, I love it all. Your head to your heel. My sweetness. All of it, I love it all. My sweetness. My sweetness. Just as sweet as could be. Treat me like a queen, I can't help but think this could be the real thing for me. Your sweetness is my weakness. So much flavor, bonafide lover. You give all that I need. All of it, I love it all. Yes, you love me such a king, girl. My sweetness. life in whatever form. You make me see bright sides to every storm. You make everything sweet in a world so cold. Needless to say, I think I found gold. My sweetness, so sweetly. You're my vitamin C. No one can compete. My sweetness, my sweetness, my
Sean Young, Sweetness. Song very sweet. I like that. We're gonna speed the tempo up a little bit. We're gonna get into a pretty good record. I was asked to play this last week, but I dig the record myself. It's Code Supergetti on Extremities ENT show, IXS Radio. Let's go.
Darling, with the plans I have to execute, I think I need to measure. I feel like chop you belly food, cause you're giving me endless move. The way you just take a body, it's your body. Why you call up picture me? Nobody has to know. Girl, nobody has to know. Cause your booty just a touch on me, you know, man. I got to spend one night for your bed with the way you call on be my wallet. I walk up for you in a Benz, and as you try to impress me with your settings, spaghetti, oh. Don't expect the expected. When I'm sexy, spaghetti, oh. Kill me to wife immediately. I'm trying to get in a your settings, oh. I spend the cash with the girls, them, so that your wine is expected. Oh, shame on me if I no go spray money. My feet gonna make you shake for G. I'm a pastor when it shake, but you're no, making me lose it. Put it like sushi. Let me find your cookie in a jacuzzi. Me too unruly. Me fire can cool it. No, I see you looking like hotel, and I feel like your protein. Isabella just want showcase. Now protein, she got and as you try to impress me with your settings, spaghetti, oh. Don't expect the expected. You're my sexy spaghetti. Looking like me too intelligently. I'm trying to get in a your settings, oh. I spend the cash for the girls, them, so that your wine is expected. Oh, I say, hey, do I love the way you go, bala bala. You make a man want to marry, and I can't complain, cause I put it too soft like Kamala. I shrink her body, give me diamond, I don't frustrate. See you small, till she just say Allah. Girl, you can make my neighbors Canada, we go if you give back. And if you do your body dada, I promise to give you dada, man, and now you go fire. Cause if you give me to the money, not on fire. I know the tire, if I see waiting a lie. Anything more color, girl, you go kill you like a canna. Now you go somewhere. And as you try to impress me with your settings, spaghetti, oh. Don't expect the expected. When I'm sexy, spaghetti, oh. Kill me to my immediately. I'm trying to get in a your settings, oh. I spend the cash for the girls, them, so that the wine is expected, oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's cold. That's cold. Supergetti. And we're gonna close the segment out with a joint that we played last week. We had this guest on last week. Shout out to the other day. The record's called Blade to the Heart, and we're gonna play that right now. We're gonna close out the segment with that on Extremities ENT show, IXS Radio. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was the other day. Blade to the heart. If you want to see any, if you want to hear any of these mixes, any of these songs that we play on Extremities ENT show, you can tune into IXS Radio on Mondays between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. and you can hear some of the music being played. That will conclude the segment today.
Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. That's right. Bob Lee, the founder of Cash App, has reportedly been murdered in a stabbing in San Francisco. Crazy story. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. According to TMZ, crazy story. The founder, Bob Lee of Cash App, has been murdered in San Francisco. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You just heard it. You could go on your social media and see what's going on as is constant updates. Also, you have people that are questioning what is going to happen since China has influenced other countries, along with Russia, India, Brazil. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Saudi Arabia brick continues to grow. Brick is a new currency that is being created and will take effect within a month, fully, with the countries necessary to uh, uh, to degrade the dollar, something that was inevitable because United States has been seen as a bully. And since the last 8 years, people are saying that the world is what we're known as the world has taken a turn for the worse, where a lot of things have changed and other countries won't tolerate what religion is in this country and how people are doing sex changes and how the government is just allowing disarray according to these other countries that are creating this new currency. People are actually moving out of the United States now. Last night's report on the CNN, more and more people are moving out of the United States because they are not feeling safe anymore. Well, let me just let you know something right now. Everybody's thinking that there's a lot of distractions going on with the president, former president, as well as what happened with the trains in Ohio, and the Epstein list, and all these things are so supposedly quote unquote distractions. But let's not forget the number one thing that we cannot be distracted from is World War III. Because it happens, people start going, taking trips to their countries, and they get captured. They get held hostage, ransoms, and people just get, the behaviors and thoughts that they can do things that they can no longer do. That's what the last 50 years we've been trying to avoid a time like this, but recently, the last 30 years, other countries have gotten tired, quote unquote. So if you're an American, please be careful. And all my family members that are serving in Australia and other parts of the country and different armed forces, I love you. Stay safe. These are desperate times where prayer is desperately needed. And I love the song that Davon opened up his picks of the week with. That's right, Jesus. A lot of you people interpret Jesus differently. Just know that Jesus overall is love. Okay, and don't take that and use it for your own agenda, as I've been seeing on social media, which is very upsetting. Uh, don't degrade something that was meant to be something positive. Don't turn it negative. And on that note, I like to say, thank you to Jamie and Davon once again for another good week of information, entertainment, news, and giving current updates to the world. And it's always a pleasure to be here with you every week, because another day above ground is another day full of success. And if I learned something more today than I did yesterday, it wasn't a day wasted a life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we close out right quick, though, I got an update that I was just giving right here by way of Mamba basketball. I'm back again. Michael Jordan reports have been circulating all morning about the possible return of Michael Jordan to the NBA after 2 decades away from the game as a player. He officially retired as a member of the Washington Wizards in 2003. Updated. We can now confirm that Michael Jordan has been activated to the Charlotte Hornets roster effective immediately. Jordan had this to say at an impromptu press conference held remotely from his house in Charlotte. After much consideration and reflection, I'm electing to end my retirement and resume my career as an NBA player. When asked why he had arrived to this decision, Jordan had this to say: I may be 60 years old, but I'm confident I could play against anyone, anywhere, at any time to this day. And there's no way I'm going to just stand by while LeBron sits above Kobe, Kareem, and myself on the all-time scorers list. Jordan won't be wasting any time and plans to suit up against the Toronto Raptors in tomorrow's matchup. He further pledges he will use the next few months to springboard towards the gradual return next season, where he guaranteed a championship for the Charlotte Hornets. Now I got this bad boy. But I think it may be an April Fool's joke, as you know we just passed April 1st not too long ago. But yeah, this is by way of Mama Basketball on Facebook. So if you hear any more reportings about this, yeah, please let us know. I'm definitely intrigued if Jordan comes back, but I highly doubt it. Everybody live. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He probably joined Frank Thomas and started taking the.
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody live, love life, and take care of each other, man. Appreciate you, Jose. Appreciate you, Jamie. Appreciate you, Big Al. Appreciate you, Gatekeeper. Shout out to you. Thank you for the support and everybody that's been in the chat and everybody that's viewing us. Thank you for your love and, shout out. Peace.
When we're together, baby, it's an unbelievable vibe. You're an alluring love and fragrance. Gets me every time I look at you. Oh, yes, I do. I see you looking too. I see you looking too. It's time to do all the special things that only we do. Hey, I'm missing you, doing what we do. Wishing we could do all the things we love to do. Hey, I'm missing you, doing what we do. Wishing we could do all the things we love to do. The time we spend together is true bliss. There's nothing like the passion of your soft kiss. Yeah, my love, you got me feeling you deep inside my mind, impacting my altitude. Hey, I'm missing you, doing what we do. Wishing we could do all the things we love to do. Missing you, doing what we do. Oh, yeah. Wishing we could do all the things we love to do. Hey, I'm missing you, baby. Doing what we do. Oh, yeah. Wishing we could do all the things we love to do. All the things we love to do. Hey, I'm missing you, doing what we do. Yeah. Wishing we could do all the things we love to do. Girl, when I see you, I'm gonna explore. And I'm gonna feel till I'm on. Gonna show you all the love I've been holding inside. Only expressing just how much I see you.